cabin review. Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. This year we have been to a total of 55 Airbnbs, all very unique, ranging from tiny houses, cabins, tree houses, container homes. We even stayed in a tugboat, and even a tiny house right on lava in Hawaii. And yes, we've been to Hawaii this year at the very beginning of the year, if you remember, and we made it all the way to Maine. Literally thousands of miles apart, multiple different time zones. We've been to Washington, Utah, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, New York. We've been to a lot of different places all over. And I'm going to give you my top 5 places that we've been to this year. They've all been really unique, but there's definitely some that just stand out to me that went above and beyond to make your stay extremely special and unique. So, without further ado, let's get into the top 5 Airbnbs we've been to this year. Starting with number 5, what do you guys think number 5 is? To me, it was the tiny house boathouse in Wolcott, Vermont. We went during one of the most beautiful times of the year. All the leaves were changing from red, yellows, and oranges, and it was just beautiful. So this was a boathouse, and they converted it into a tiny house. So it is right on this lake. I believe the lake was like 25 acres large or something, and it was just crazy. The views you had on this lake were so beautiful, and you had really great privacy while you were here as well. You could even get out on a canoe and paddle out onto the lake, and there were hiking trails all around it, and it was just overall such an incredible and fun experience. There was no Wi-Fi there, which I actually liked a lot because it let me enjoy the space a whole lot better. I was there for 2 nights, and Savannah and I absolutely loved it. I'll remember this place forever. So I really suggest coming to this property any time of the year. The fall, you get the collars. The summer, you get the nice weather, and you can really enjoy the lake. And even the winter, the host told me you can cross-country ski on the lake because it freezes over. So that'd be really, really cool. Highly suggest this spot. Next up, we're going to be traveling halfway across the country to Round Mountain, Texas at the Hammock House. This place is called the Hammock House for a reason. Off of your bedroom, which is the second level, you have 2 hammocks, nets, whatever you want to call them, right off of your bedroom space. And you come out here, lay in them, drink some coffee, watch the sunrise. And we've never been to a place that has hammocks built into the deck, more specifically on the second level. So this is just something really fun to experience, and the other amenities are just top notch. I think there is a concrete outdoor bathtub over here, and all around it is such beautiful scenery. The sun sets right behind this bathtub, and it is huge. You can fit 2 people here, so if you're coming here as a couple, you can really enjoy your time here in this bathtub. I know it wasn't cheap, and I know it was not easy to place, so this is just a great example of what the hosts do to make you feel really special, and for you to always remember your Airbnb stay, which is what Savannah and I will be doing with this place. We'll never forget it, because this is such unique ideas. You don't get this at many places, so that's why I'm suggesting the Hammock House for you to come check out. Now we're in Redmond, Washington, halfway across the country once again at the Emerald Forest Treehouse. If you remember this episode, this place literally blew my mind. It's one of my longer videos because there was so much here to explore. The host put every ounce of thought and detail and creativity to this place so you never forget it, which I definitely will not. You have a suspension rope bridge right here that leads up to the treehouse, and this just starts your fairy tale journey. This place made me feel like I was in a movie or something, Lord of the Rings, I don't know, but it was definitely a feeling you get when you stay here. You have the really cool treehouse that was built by Pete Nelson and Treehouse Masters. There's even an episode on it, so that is pretty cool. You know it's going to be really awesome. And then on the back side, you have a crow's nest up top that overlooks this pond. And this pond is all yours, basically. There even is a zip line tower right here. And you can zip line across the pond, or you can walk around the pond, and there's a beautiful walking path. And on the other side is an outdoor theater. This is the Emerald Forest Outdoor Theater, and there is a 16-foot screen. You can come out here and watch movies, and there's all of the seating. This truly looks amazing. You have these tree pods that go up and down, kind of like an elevator you can sit on. There's these custom-made nets on this side that you can climb up and lay on. I mean, this place is truly special. Or you can just rent this out and get married here, which is what a lot of people do as well. So this place literally has it all. Even in the mornings when you want breakfast and you don't have any, the host has a basket full of your breakfast items that zip lines from his house all the way to the tree house at the press of a button. This place is awesome, and there's even a beautiful show with lights once you get here. I mean, you will never forget this place. That is why I'm suggesting it, and it is a really good location. It's not necessarily in the middle of nowhere. Highly suggest it. Now we're going to be heading back to Ohio. I know we get a lot of beef for showing a lot of Ohio places, but they are truly some of the coolest spots you can visit. Hocking Hills, Ohio has a lot of awesome places, and number 2 on my list is the Dunlap Hollow A-frame. This place is one of the larger places I have featured on this channel. It is a beautiful 3-story A-frame, and at the top you have a sunken king bed right here with the windows all around. It is absolutely beautiful. There's even 2 beds that come out from the wall that are hidden up here. And this place can sleep 10 people, I believe. There are 4 beds, so 2 people per bed is 8 people, and then you have these 2 beds that swing down, so that is an extra 2 people, so that is 10, if my math is correct, which is a lot of people you can bring here. And the price point for a 10-person cabin for this place isn't that bad, but the interior design is beautiful as well. You got really high-end appliances and cabinetry in here, and just the woodwork is all really nice. Even the bathrooms, they look really beautiful as well. But that is not the only great thing about this place. I mean, if that was all this place offered, this would probably still be on my list. But there is something else this cabin has to offer, and you have the entire property. You got a hot tub, of course, a fire pit around here, but you can also walk around, and at the back of the property you have a waterfall. Now, I read the comments. There's a lot of hate on this waterfall that is basically just a dribble, but it is a waterfall nonetheless that you have on the back of your property, and underneath it is like basically a cave, I would say. If you really wanted to camp under here, and that would be really fun. So, I mean, just the fact that this A-frame Airbnb has these features on the property is truly special. So I would definitely come back here in a heartbeat. And I suggest you come check it out as well, because Hocking Hills gets just as many visitors as Yellowstone National Park every single year. So if that says something about the area, I would say you should come check it out. Now for the number 1 spot of this year that I suggest everybody goes and visits, no matter what the occasion is, no matter what you're doing. This is my favorite spot. What do you think it is? I'm curious what your favorite spot was before I persuade you why this one is my favorite. Comment down below and let me know which one has been your favorite of all the places we have been to this year. I'm really curious to know. But anyway, the number 1 spot, you probably guessed it, is Nordloos in Frederick, Wisconsin. This cabin is literally off the charts cool, and just everything you get here is just really special. I would suggest coming here no matter what you're doing, no matter who you are. You got to check out this place. There is tons and tons of acre to explore. You have a half-mile long lake right here that is all yours. It is totally private. You can paddleboard out here, and there's lily pads everywhere. It is truly magical. And then the property itself, the owner planted over 1 billion, with a B, wildflower seeds to create this beautiful pasture of flowers, and the wildlife comes and explores here. Savannah and I saw a bear when we were here, which was so cool. No, I'm not afraid of it at all. I think it is really awesome that you can see nature like that while you're staying here, so that just adds to it. And then of course the cabin itself. This is a beautiful piece of architecture. The floor to ceiling windows on both levels. The bottom is your bedroom, the top is the living room and kitchen area. There's just Douglas fir wood everywhere on the inside, and the views you get while you're in here, overlooking the pond and all of the flowers. I mean, I could literally live here. I didn't want to leave at all. I think we were here for 2 or 3 days, and the time flew. It was awesome, I must say. Now let's talk about some honorable mentions. One of them is the Kimono Cabin in Hawaii. I really like this place because it was right next to Volcanoes National Park. So if you want to visit the Big Island of Hawaii and visit some of the national parks, this is a really cool cabin, literally right next to it. And another honorable mention would be the Linnaeus Layup shipping container that has a basketball court right in the middle of it. This is a really fun and unique idea, even if you're not into basketball. I think there are some people that are, and this is a huge draw to that area. Or if you just like shipping container homes and great interior design, this one is great as well. Or the last honorable mention would be the Nook Tiny House. This one is probably one of my favorite tiny houses ever. The design is very thoughtful. All handcrafted by the host. He built this himself. He used only the wood that you can see from the tiny house, like walnut. If there's a walnut tree on the property, then he used walnut wood in the cabin. He didn't use anything from outside sources, which is really cool. And just the design is unique. There's an indoor swing, and there's just multiple levels to this tiny house, which makes it really special. So what do you think of my top 5 list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? This year has been a lot of exciting things. Personally as well, we bought and renovated our house that we live in now, and we made a couple videos on that, and it seemed like you guys really enjoyed that. We had our son born, Weston, in August. That was a huge change. And lastly, you're probably wondering where I'm at and why I've been to different spots around this property. That is because this is the property for the future tiny house Airbnb that I'm going to be building, and it is going to be very exciting. This is a beautiful property. I think you got the pond. I mean, clearly there's a lot of work that needs to be done, landscaping. I mean, there's a lot to it that we're going to be doing, and right up here is going to be the first tiny house Airbnb spot, and it is going to be beautiful. Guys, I'm going to be recording this series hopefully as well, so this is going to be some awesome content coming in 2022. If you want to watch me build a tiny house and take what I have gathered from every Airbnb I have visited, which is like 200 or something by now, I feel like we're going to make a really cool one, and I want you guys to all watch and join along. So I hope you're excited for these videos. It's going to be fun. So I'll see you in 2022 for some exciting new adventures. Piece of property. I'm going to be giving... Dang it! What am I trying to say? Cabin review. Alright. Starting with number 5. Oh yeah, what's number 4? What even is number 4? Next, we're going to be taking a trip around Next. Now we're going to be... Let me restart again. Don't know why I'm struggling so hard with this one. Right here, and the sunset. That's me punching the camera because I can't do my lines. Okay, I'm wearing this hat because my haircut is really bad. Now you know. And I think there's a 16-foot. I literally just mumbled.